All right, guys, welcome back here to the stream. It's 8:54. We're going to get started just a little bit early because we got some tickers running here. So first of all, good morning, guys. It's Feb 18th, and it's a Thursday. IMNM is kind of running here, but I'm not super interested in it, although it is very clean here, starting around the break of VWAP and being above the 9 EMA. Pretty nice. GTEC, man, I traded this one pretty good here. I was up 900 on it. Then I made a little bit more money, and then I gave it all back. And actually now I'm up only 80 bucks on AVGR. 75 bucks on GTEC. I'm up on AVGR just slightly, and then QUIK. This is AVGR. You can see I did a tiny little trade here near the market open or the pre-market open on TOS, and then QUIK. I don't know why that was so hard for me to poop out. QUIK. I guess in my head I was trying to spell quick, but yeah. I actually had a decent trade on this one. My problem on this, I had a good trade. I was up all of a sudden 7%. I was about to take profits, and I was waiting for a move, like a good move over the 5s and then sell into the 7s. We didn't get that. That was foolish of me. I was up 400 bucks. And then all of a sudden it keeps on flushing down, and I close out QUIK, QUIK Logic Corp for a $700 loss. So just like that, I was up pretty decently. I went from up $1,500 to now down $558. Totally an unfortunate change of events here. But it is what it is, and that's just day trading for you. You win some, you lose some, and as long as you're statistically in the green and you have a winning strategy, you just need to trade more in theory, and that'll get you out of the hole. Unfortunately, I should have been trading less this time, because this time I was, it got dry, and then I started looking for trades and forcing trades, and that's really what dug me into a hole a little bit. For example, here with GTEC, you can see we had a nice little continuation back here. I was making a little bit of money here, but then this last trade, we were near a big shoulder. Why was I buying a pullback right below a big shoulder? That was a foolish move. And even I feel like I knew it at the time, but probably since I just had some big losses on QUIK, I was, trying to get aggressive and make my money back. So maybe GTEC right in this area was more of a revenge trade, even though it was a different ticker. So I don't know, a lot to analyze here, but yeah, so far it's an interesting pre-market we're having here. It's not as hot as the last 2 days, I would argue. We had a great start from roughly, 7 here to about 720 on this GTEC move. But after that, like I said, it did dry out fairly quickly. Opportunities became a lot more scarce. So GTEC here, definitely our lead gapper. 1 million float, really nice. Chinese specialty industrial machinery. They got this catalyst here. They actually had a few catalysts. Yeah, they're all kind of falling into place right now. Following news of a deal with South China Heavy Machinery Manufacturing Co. for U.S. production of electric industrial vehicles. Okay. Potential peers in the industrial electric vehicle space, EV space, could be Proterra, expected merger partner with Arc Light Clean Transition, ACTC. Let's look at that one in line. Electric with NGA. So kind of an EV play here. This ticker doesn't really seem to be moving too much, but it has a great pullback opportunity here for sure for accumulation and continuation. In terms of swing trades, we're just down a little bit so far. Nothing really too new. Looking for ACIC to have a little bit of continuation today. We just go to the 15-minute. You can kind of see here we are consolidating. I have alerts. I'm waiting for this thing to break to the upside here above 17. and then we'll see if we want to manage this position or let it ride. But for now, it could easily keep consolidating here for quite some time. It's a little hard to say. Jeff says QUIK got me too. Yeah, it was nasty. You had to be very, very swift on it, or just got lucky on this dip, and then this one actually ended up bouncing a little bit nicer, but it was slow. Yeah, IMNM is a bit of an unusual one right now, but GTEC popping back up, guys. Let's watch it. Especially 9 a.m. That was a good VWAP bounce. Nice little continuation here. I'm wondering if we're going to have a triple top here at 25. That's kind of what I'm thinking we might see. Small size here on GTEC. Let's see if we can get a little bit of continuation back on this one. Obviously, I'm looking for that move to 25. Could break VWAP though, so you gotta watch out here. Volume's fairly light on it. Yeah, still very light, fortunately. New minute starting any second. Well, not any second, we know exactly, starting real soon here. Long, just one more size, looking for a little bit more follow through here. Not really getting that follow through. Light sell volume though, that is giving me some confidence. $903. All right, we closed this one. I'm not sure why my speakers didn't go off. Giving back profits. All right, it is what it is. There was opportunity there, but it didn't play out this time. What was just being called out here? AAMC be bought by Amazon from Steven. News pending. Don't see that. Oh, Steven says AMC. AMC has been such a crazy ticker not lately, but for so long. That's huge. That's actually really interesting. Good day trading there on this one. Oh, that's huge. Robinhood is letting users deposit, withdraw Dogecoin and other cryptos. That is huge news. Robinhood has always been the exchange where you can't deposit or withdraw your crypto, so you never really technically owned your crypto. It was still interesting enough for most people to just invest in, right? One less thing to worry about, I suppose. But this is big news for Robinhood to become a crypto player. That's gonna definitely shed a lot of favorable light on them. Possible pullback here on AMC. I don't see that news, Steven. Where did you see that? Is it here on FinViz? I don't see it anywhere. That's old. Nice pullback there on AMC. It's definitely up a good chunk though right now. Nice breakout on AMC. Pulling back right now, healthy move. Bigger support around 6, big support around 620 though as well. Possible upside here. There's a big resistance in this range, unfortunately. I'm not sure how well we're gonna break out of it. Bigger support here at 26. See how it holds. Looks like it held. I'm going to go for a small size here. Yeah, it's still selling off. Still small size. bit more accumulation going on here. I was able to average down just a tiny bit. 730's got some sellers there, but they're chipped away pretty quick. This is definitely a bit of a slower mover ticker compared to GTEC in terms of percentages. So you just do have to keep that in mind, right? GTEC, you know, you're up and down sometimes, you know, 5–10% in just a few seconds. That was a very hectic one to be trading. It was nice, but it was definitely hectic. With AMC as a mid cap, borderline large cap, you do have to acknowledge that this ticker does trade a little bit differently. Yeah, it's looking like selling off here. There is support here in the 18s, but I'm not sure how much is going to come in right now. Yeah, it's getting chipped away. has 25 to 28, I would say, has been a pretty tough spot for this one to get back above. It was acting as a bit of a support. Now it's acting as a bit more of a floor. I'm going to close this one out. Small loss on it. AMC $28 loss here. Possible move back above 25, but my original trade thesis was a initial bounce off here, and we're not really getting that at the moment. We probably will. I don't know. We might, but when my original trade no longer goes my way, I just close it out. Plus today, I'm already fumbling around here a little bit, so I need to only be trading the best, get my flow back, and then you know, slowly get back in the green here. Luckily, you know, we've had a great week so far. 15 and then 1700. So, you know, that's good, but obviously we don't want to be giving back profits today. So we just got to be careful here. Try to trade the best. Be careful. Be patient. I know I wasn't patient enough earlier today, so, you know, I paid a little bit for that in my profits. Oh, the chat just updated. Oh, that was a lot. I don't know why it wasn't updating here. Let me quickly catch up. Okay, thanks for the clarification, Micah, on the AMC. Yeah, I didn't see any sort of AMC deal with Amazon either. Morning, Corey. AMC would be a great location for all the Amazon kind of potential stores or warehouses or pickups. I mean, malls today are in great distribution locations for any city, any kind of suburban place. So it's the perfect future distribution hub. So a deal like that actually does make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's usually the case, Steven. Vladimir, I have no idea why you would do something like that, and that's the furthest thing that I've ever advised doing. I'm not sure if you're just messing with me, though. All right, let's quickly pull up the news here, guys. American life expectancy dropped by a full year in the first half of 2020. Ooh, that's not very nice. Yeah, communication, kind of the feeling of community, socializing and stuff is very critical to actually health. It's proven, so that makes total sense. It's gonna be interesting here. What's going on with that Congress? I would like to catch up on that. There we go. Very cool here. Mars rover. Why are you buying GME? If you've noticed in the last 3 weeks, etc., GME is the one ticker that I haven't bought. Doesn't fit my trading strategy at all. We've been talking about GME going basically to zero for a long time. Or I've been talking about it as I don't understand why it's up so much. It's obviously a big short squeeze, and it's going to come back right from where it began. So there's the tolls again, death toll here. The electricity failure was largely caused by freezing natural gas pipelines. That didn't stop advocates for fossil fuels trying to shift the blame. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this is huge. This story might be not accessible here. It would raise pay for U.S. workers to an average above $15 an hour. Its minimum starting wage for U.S. workers will remain at 11. Okay, it's big moves here. Very big move. I'd like to read a little bit more into that later. This is going to be great to follow up on GameStop. People are leaving San Francisco. Nothing new there. Let's actually go back here. It doesn't seem like there's anything too new going on. Cases are going down, but deaths are still really remaining high. It looks like there might be, for the first time, a bit of a shift to the downside, which is really nice. Let's go back here. It looks like QTEC is doing a little bit of a rally here. It's 917. I would still consider trading at this time, but I'll be wrapping up pretty soon. First 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback in a while. GTEC is still definitely the lead gapper here. It could be setting up that second leg, so let's keep an eye on this one. This could really start making some nice moves. Small size long here. Remember, 25 is the big resistance zone. Small size or just average size, I would probably argue. I'm going to take some profits here off the table. Small size again. Let's see if we can get a second rally here. I'm looking for that flag pattern to have a little bit of a follow through. Looking for that break towards 25. Still waiting here. First leg, or first little mini leg here was a 12%. Possible breakout here to 24. Let's try. Looking for that crack. All right, I'm going to close this one out. It's taking too long. Let's see. I think I sold too soon again. It's hard to say. I gave it like 3 attempts. I usually don't even give it anything 3 attempts. So I don't, it is what it is. Yeah, there it goes. So that's why I'm usually quick on my positions. I don't know. I would have got shaken out on this one. I'll take my 71 cents. I was waiting there for a break of 24. I wanted to see it run to 25. Just didn't really get it. For some time, Josh, quite some time. I originally started in like 2013. That's when I kind of made it my main business for about 2.5 years, and then I did some other projects while traveling for a couple years and 3 years or so. Now we're back at it. It's tough to say. This could be a great pullback entry. Then we might get that rip over 24. It's already 923. It's getting really tight to where I don't really want to be trading anymore. We have that upside potential to 25. It's tough. I really don't like trading usually like these last, really the last 3 minutes before the market opens. But, anything in that last 10 minutes to me already kind of gets me a little bit on edge. Sometimes you see these freaks start, aggressive sell-offs and just all sorts of stuff happening right around now. So I don't know. I think I'm going to keep myself at bay a little bit here. I, made back some of my losses. We were up over 1,500 pre-market, and then I was down around 800, which was just about where I get stopped out for the day. And now we made back some losses. Man, this has been a bit of a roller coaster for me today. I'm just totally spinning my wheels. Unfortunately, most of the time in the wrong direction today. So it's, I was pretty happy with these 2 last trades, just kind of getting a little bit of flow back, getting some of my losses back, and getting away from my max stop zone. So let's see if we can get back in the green. and then take it from there. See if there's more opportunity. Otherwise, we had a great start to the week, so let's just not overdo anything here. KO33, I'm not sure what you're asking with the $3,500 for 5,000 shares. Whew. Wow, boys, that hurt my brain for a second. Another 4 minutes here before the market opens. Jeff, thanks for taking the time to do that, man. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, so the AMC is just pure speculation that it's going to be acquired by Amazon. Yeah, I'm getting a little confused here with the pre-market conversation. It's hard for me to keep up and also look at the charts. It is quite comedic sometimes, though. I gotta give it to you guys. Two and a half minutes here before the market opens. Obviously, GTEC is the one I'm watching. What I really like about GTEC, besides that 1 million float, which gives it massive spikeability, is the, well, it has a catalyst. In Chinese company, I'm always usually a little bit more nervous of. EV, so it is kind of in a larger hot industry, does have a catalyst. So all those things are great, but what I really like is actually that 5 minute kind of flag or stair stepper pattern here. We're up to 50%. We never really pulled back more than 28, 29%, either way below 30% from pre-market highs. We have big resistance here roughly at 25, so we need to keep an eye out for this zone. But this is definitely classic stair stepper we're seeing here. We might see some great fall through, so again, 25 we gotta bust past. Even really 24.20 or so. We had this kind of fake out here at 25.50. So let's kind of go ahead and note that. We have the pre-market high at 27.31. So let's go ahead and mark that. And then we have this 20.30 zone acting as some support here. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't really sell off too much. But there's a great chance that this could be a really clean open. We haven't had that great opens lately. So GTEC could be good fun to watch. Time of force today, 500 shares, starter size, and then we'll go from there. Thanks, guys, for the reminder. Yeah, Brian, ideally, yes. It's been a big move so far, so we'll see how much this one runs. These are going to be all-time highs on GTEC for sure, so... Kappa could be interesting. Also, really nice flag pattern. I think this is a SPAC as well, so worth looking into. I think I even added it to our watch list on this post. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Here we go. Nice open there. Could be a bit of a upside fake out. That was a 7% move. Now it's going to go down, test the lows. Typically, I would be going for a red to green move right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'd be probably going long right now. But I'm using TOS. When I switch over to ideally light speed at one point, I would have done that trade just now. I'm just trying to think in my head what I would be doing. I don't like trading TOS on the open, but it's looking good. Nice moves, good break here. Remember, 25 is the spot I was looking for. That was a 20% rip there to the upside. I wonder if this ticker is going to get halted. Great chance that it will. Held so far. This could be the breakout here of 24, just watching a little bit longer. Small size, very small size. Just add one more size there. Went to an average. Looking for a move over 24 like before, nothing new. Taking profits there. Clean move, about $2 a share. Okay size. Could be back in the green on this one slightly because of that. Actually, I am in the green. Very nice. Markets are red. Yeah, NASDAQ. Possible continuation. Yep, here we go. Thanks, Corey. I really did need that trade too to get back green on the day because I've had such a nasty start pre-market. But thanks, man. Can't complain for sure. Quickly gonna check out some other tickers here, but my eyes are on GTEC on my main screen. long, small size on GTEC again. Smaller size this time, actually. Kind of aggressive pullback. Could keep selling off. Got to be very careful. Possible secondary entry, though. And close here, take a small loss on that one. I was looking for a little bit different play on that. Was kind of scared on getting a second flush there, so I took a small loss on GTEC just now. Oops, I'm not even zoomed in all the way. That actually would have worked, so I could have held a little bit longer, but it's a hectic open with this kind of move, so I'd rather play it safe. And then, you know, I did small size on that one, because I knew it was a little bit more risky. I thought there was a chance that we might get a quick spike down and a continuation back to the upside, but we didn't. Well, we might at one point, but we'll see. At the moment, not so much. 32% pullback on AVGR, definitely worth watching. AVGR and GTEC are lead gappers dollar volume wise. Definitely what you want to be watching. ONTX is actually kind of interesting here as well. I wasn't really trading ONTX much lately, so I probably won't look at it too much. QUIK obviously selling off. I mean, anything that pulls back that much pre-market is usually a red flag. Unfortunately, not without you know, having one of our biggest losses on it. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Thanks, Eula. I do appreciate that. Vladimir, I would really not recommend ever using margin or debt, honestly. Like, I'm quite against both of them. So it's just like, just you writing that gives me the shivers, man. I'm happy you're making money back, but it's not a sustainable route you're going down. In my eyes, I don't know. Everyone's different. I could be wrong. So always know what you're doing. Yeah, Steven. Oh, that's a hectic one, man. I had the same situation pre-market. Pretty much the same numbers. I was like, whoo! Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. That was a fun open. It was freaking hectic, but it was I'm happy we snagged that trade. A big reason I took the GTEC trade, besides obviously it being a good pullback setup, is because I knew if I didn't take that trade, I knew if I did not take this pullback here, I would probably FOMO into a not as good setup in the future. So basically, by understanding how I would feel by not taking that trade, allowed me to make a decision. It's a bit of a weird strategy, but at first, you know, obviously the setup had to be good, but then understanding a little bit of my personality was a big deciding factor. That's why I always say you got to know yourself while you're trading. You got to tailor your strategy to your personality. You got to, you know, make it work for you. That's why copy trading doesn't really work. Because in the end of the day, everyone is going to have a different time frame, a different reason for whatever they want to trade. Nathan, I like that. Yeah, what's up with these text bots lately? They're freaking insane. I've been hiding those users like, I don't know, 3 to 5 a day now. Okay, 3 to 5 a day is not that much, but from 0, and it feels like it's getting worse. USWS being called out. They actually have pretty decent dollar volume here, up pretty high so far. Tough. I really think GTEC is going to start setting up a second leg here. It's really holding the highs pretty well. I'm primarily focused on GTEC at the moment. SCKT being called out. That was what, Monday's gapper? Or was that Tuesday? I mean Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesdays. GTEC pumping. Possible entry at 50. Light sell volume here. This is a good sign, but something makes me a little bit edgy on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that last flush we saw. I hate trading a ticker after a recent flush. It always makes me a bit shaky. Yeah, it would have worked. Great move there on GTEC. Now it's going to try again for that 25 breakout. This is really the area to be watching here. Small size, if anything. Surprised this ticker hasn't been halted. Boom! Big breakout there. I missed it. I'm not long it. Removing orders. Just watching here. We had a high so far 26.42, but we have that pre-market high right above us at 27.40. I mean 27.31. So let's see here what this ticker's got. Right now we're prepping that second leg to the upside. Long there at 24. Ooh-wee, that's quite the sell-off there on that one. Closing that one. Took a loss on it for sure. That's without a question. Gave back profit back in the red, unfortunately. GTEC closed it before the halt. Ain't no way I'm staying in that one. That looked like there was a catalyst coming out. Woo-hoo-hoo! I am happy I got out of that one in time. I'm happy that I used small size. You can't plan for those freak accidents, so it's good to manage your risk, and the best way to manage your risk is obviously small size. So I entered at 22.07, not even a bad entry. No, never mind, sorry, that's when I sold. 24.18, okay, that's what I thought. I entered here on the pullback at 24.18, and then it kept on flushing here. I was down about 9%, and then I quickly closed it. 10% is my max stop. I used 300 on this one, so half size. So I think I'm pretty happy overall how that turned out. It could have been much worse. Let's see what happens here. Could have been much, much worse. All right, Colby, I hope it plays out right. An entry at 22.77 is definitely much better than 24.18. That was a crazy move. I didn't even see how much that was red on. Let me quickly watch the playback.
Der Broker mit Flatrate.
If anyone's wondering, I'm watching the playback right now. Just want to see what happened here.
Long there, 24.
All right, so we just went long. He very quickly kept selling off. When I noticed this thing was nasty as heck, I just smashed the bid. Actually, I smashed the ask.
That one.
Okay, so we took a $600 loss on that one. Yeah, I mean, man, I've had 3 $700 to $800 losses today. If I just had those 3 losses today, if those didn't exist,
Closing that one
today would be a $2,400 profit day. So took a loss on it for sure. That's without a question. Dang, hectic stuff we're seeing here, guys. This has not been really my day so far. Whew. Amen, Glenn. Yes, this is going to open up at 47. We have a little bit more time here. I'm not sure. I think it could have just been oops, wrong screen. It could have just been a volatility. Yeah, just a volatility halt. So there's a good chance it's going to rebound, but it could easily, dip another 7% or so before it finds a little bit of support. This was a wicked move. I didn't really expect this. I thought we were going to see a flush of some extent. That's why I didn't really want to enter till much lower here to around 24. That was still an 8% flush. This was here like a 13% flush. So yeah, I was getting a little bit aggressive going long here, but that's sometimes how it goes on the second pullback. Sometimes you don't have that entry possibility. So this flush here was really... you couldn't plan that. That was super unprecedented. I'm going to watch the playback again and again and again, make sure to see if I see any differences with volume and order flow. But yeah, it is what it is. That was quick. I'm not even upset on that one. Whatever. I lost on that one, but it could have been much worse. And at the same time, it was just a bit of a freak accident there. So it is what it is. So it's going to open up here at 47.36. We got another 30 seconds. But I don't see... Actually, GTEC is the one I'm up the most, Michael. GTEC's my best ticker. QUIK is the one that's killing me. We'll see what happens here. But it doesn't have any news pending or anything like that, so I'm not sure what caused this. Let's see what happens here. Opening up now. Okay, found support, instantly pulling back higher. Not bad. Not bad. So me closing before the halt actually wasn't even the best idea. It's actually looking pretty good. All things considered. Holding this area. Yeah, so selling where I sold was way too soon at 22.07. Nice move there back to 23. I'm obviously not going to trade this right now because I don't like trading tickers getting halted to the downside, but all things considered, it doesn't look super bad. I don't like volumes fading a little bit. It's the spread on this thing that's so nasty. But that could have been a big fake out here for that second leg I was waiting for on the 5-minute, right? That's what we were talking about so far pre-market. Big first leg here, beautiful consolidation, and then we were looking for that second leg. So this could be the fake out of the second leg. I mean, it was right here at the key $25 zone, so that's not too great. I don't know, see what happens. ACIC being called out. You guys know I love this one. This is our swing trade here, just pumping along. Beautiful stuff. So today's one of those days where my day trading's not that great, but my swing trading is paying the bills here. So that's definitely really, really nice. I'm going to see how high this ticker can go, and then we're going to hold past the first pullback, and then we'll see if I want to sell on the second pullback. But for now, I'm just going to let this one ride. No plans to take profit. I do have a sell order, but I always like to have sell orders in place on my swing trades, just in case there's a, you know, after hour spike or something like that. So for now, I'm just going to keep watching this one, see if it breaks above 19, and go from there. Great reminder. Corey's calling out EBON. Yeah, EBON's actually again moving really nice. GTEC might not be over. It found good support, but at the same time, that put a lot of traders on edge. A lot of people are going to be very hesitant to trade that one again at the moment. So we got to give it some time. QUIK here giving me FOMO because I, had my biggest loss on this one. Ends up pulling up 40%. Just kind of a classic red day here so far. It kind of looks like GTEC might have found a base. Let's hope it doesn't break past 20, because if it breaks past 20, it might be over for GTEC. LKCO, this is the one we weren't able to trade. Was that yesterday? The day before yesterday? It wasn't possible to trade on TOS. PHCF, this is actually one of the lead gappers early on at like 4 a.m. Then around, ever since 4 to 7, it started selling off, and I wasn't really looking at it anymore, but actually ended up being a really good move if you discount all the halts. All right, so that was a heck of a morning here. Let's go back to ACIC. I almost feel like this ticker might be really good to day trade. It is. I find it quite tough to day trade mid caps though. This was a good little move here, but sometimes, especially once they enter the backside, I do notice they sell off even more aggressively. So they're tricky. I find them quite tricky. This move here was about 30%, then we pulled back about 50%. Right now we're on a move that's about 22%. A 30% move would put us obviously a little bit nicely above 19, so we'll keep an eye out for that, see how high it goes. I have my sell order at the 19.47, so we'll see. In terms of swing trades in general, ACIC is really leading the pack. Unfortunately, everything else is not really too impressive. VIH is up today, which is really good to see. Playboy as well. GHVI. That's good to see. Good to see some of these tickers up. 952. Clove is finding a little bit of support as well. GHVI, great breakout there on GHVI. I want to see a move over 20. Remember, this is the ticker that we entered yesterday, full size, right here on this pullback. Was actually overall a decent idea. There was more opportunity to enter, but this company I'm looking to hold for a bit. I'm not ready to sell yet. GeoEV. It is possibly making a higher low, but I really don't like this lower high, so something's gonna have to give at one point, because right now we're on a perfect kind of pennant pattern here. I don't know, we'll see how we want to play this one. Playboy's making good moves. Light volume though. QS, I'm kicking myself so hard for not entering QS. SSPK hit a high of 30 pre-market. Beautiful. THBR struggling. VIH, nice move there as well. So overall, things are looking fine, especially in the swing trade world. So I'm Definitely happy about that. We're up 5K profits right now on our swing trades, and that's after closing the big SSPK winner. So that's pretty good. Definitely can't complain. So let's go back to the day trading. Fortunately, we are red on our day trades at the moment. GTEC trying to break 20, but support keeps popping in here. I was watching it on my second screen. Constantine, I use join the bid and join the ask, and I use Alt D to remove orders on the ladder, which is basically a cancel all. I use that a lot. That's like my favorite hotkey. Otherwise, I don't really use hotkeys that much. I could make a hotkey for join the bid and join the ask. Actually, I do have a hotkey for both of these, but Alt A. I just noticed that sometimes I trip over myself, and then Alt S, yeah. So it's like join Alt A, Alt S, join the ask, and then Alt D is cancel. But I don't use the hotkeys as much for those two, although I probably should. I like to have my mouse over it though, because then I kind of see where the limit order would be. That sometimes makes me feel a little bit more comfortable when I don't see the ladder. I don't know. Thanks for mulling, man. They've been slowly brewing for a while. I think ACIC is going to have a good continuation here. I don't think right now it's topped out yet. Maybe it's going to have a little bit longer consolidation phase here, but this could actually be a swing trade. I would even look into myself for a move. Maybe it's going to be somewhere in this area. TOS's alerts aren't going off like always, which is a bit of an annoying thing, but GTEC moving. This is a big breakout on ACIC. I think we're going to see some good continuation. Really, the question is, how low of an entry can you maybe get on this one? I'll put in a small size here so we keep it in mind for a little bit of day trading. I must have gave back $3,000 to $4,000 so far, probably closer to $4,000 today. You guys remember when I showed you my stats for January yesterday, or for February? In January, I gave back around $8.5 thousand. In February, I'm at like $14,000 giving back profits so far in terms of like revenue. It's crazy. And then today alone has been a big one. Brian, we've all been there, man. I don't know, I'm not really looking at SCKT. It is actually making nice. I think it's going to be a dead cat bounce here. I'd be very careful on SCKT in terms of holding it. Great move. Just be careful. I don't see much on this one besides a dead cat bounce. That move it had was way too big for, I felt like, the catalyst. So I think it's going back down to reasonable areas. Engulfing candle, it's just not, I'm not crazy about it. Thanks, Constantine, man. Uh-oh. Is this the break of 25 on GTEC? Oh wow, yeah, VIH is really moving here. People are finally waking up. It's what I've been waiting for, I feel like, forever. Yeah, VIH all of a sudden just became our lead winner today. So possible second pullback here on ACIC. VIH is taking back public, the cryptocurrency, kind of more institutional platform, investment platform. GTEC is trying here to break above the 9 EMA, and you know, as tempting as it is to want to trade it, you're constantly reminded that it's a freaking terrifying fleshy ticker. So here we go, breaking VWAP. Not bad. Glenn says too much stress. Yeah, I believe it, man. Technically, this would be a really good setup here, but oh man, Michael, stressful. But if there's swing trades, it's a bit different, right? Because swing portfolios and investment portfolios, you know, they go up and down. ACIC guys might actually be a legit play here. Seeing if ACIC can come back down a little bit more to reasonable levels. Missed that one. Nice move there. Small move. Actually, not even that small of a move. That's why I like GTEC so much, because it does move very intensely. It's a fun one for sure. course, Asa, man. 9 EMA is our go-to. I'd be so nervous on GTEC if it was going to flush again here. That's what really would have a lot of my attention. ACIC, guys, making a great move here. I missed my pullback entry on this one. Kind of a little upset with myself about that. Boom! There's GTEC. This is exactly what I was worried about. This is why I didn't trade this one, because I thought, it could happen just as easy. Whew! So sketchy. Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, if you're quick, you can. I love the way it moves. Pre-market it was just such a fun thing to trade, but fortunately I didn't trade it very well. But yeah, I mean, if you get the moves on it, man, it was just quick and simple, huh? Simple profits, so to say. This could be the break of 20, but GTEC really doesn't seem to want to break that 20, but when it does, it might be a bit of a nasty session. Watching ACIC on this pullback here. Long ACIC. Markets are pulling back here a little bit. I do want to be cautious. A lot of time these larger companies do follow the market a little bit, so always keep that in mind. Well, ACIC, literally right as I buy it, just decides to have a pretty nasty move here. It's a bit of a slower mover, which makes me somewhat comfortable, but this was kind of uncalled for. I'm just going to watch this one a little bit longer here. 75, clearly showing some signs of support. Move down my average a little bit. Long about 8K on this one. Down 200-300 on potentially. It's a big sell-off here. I like ACIC. This was a great move. But the sell-off was really strong. What's actually unfortunate about this sell-off more than anything is I wanted to buy originally in the 60s. That's where my original order was. But then we had this great move to the upside. And I was like, okay, let me buy. It looks like we're going to have a continuation here. It's always a little bit stressful when you're having one of those days where things just are going all sorts of weird directions. Possible average down to this one. I'm going to hold it a little bit longer. It's a mid cap, traded a little bit differently. Corey says he still hasn't traded. That's probably the best idea, honestly, today. Just went long ACIC with a little bit more size there. Load, yeah, big sell-off there. Let's go back to GTEC. I'm long ACIC, that's so on my swing trade portfolio, so yeah, I would, John. Marvin says I do better when the market's going up. Valid point. It kind of looks like this sell-off here. I mean, this is a break of an upwards trend. There's big support here. It's already, the Nasdaq's already down 135 today, so that's kind of a big move. I'm expecting ACIC to maybe reach the 19s today. I'm not sure if it will. Clearly, I probably pushed my luck already a little bit too far. You know, it could easily break VWAP. It could easily sell off another 5% before it decides to pop back up. So it's, you know, it's a little bit tough, the situation we're in right now. GTEC broke that base. Nasdaq having a slight bottom bounce here, so it similar right now with ACIC. Just want to follow the Nasdaq a little closely here with you guys, just see if how well it holds the 9 EMA, because that could be a bit of a deciding factor with ACIC. Very light sell volume on ACIC. All right, I had to sell my ACIC. We were breaking past 65 for a second. That's where my stop was, so I got stopped out. Really unfortunate. So giving back profits again on that one. We're down 400 for the day. Not really that bad, but yeah, it is what it is. It's been such a volatile day here for me. It's almost unprecedented. Just really quickly here, in case you guys didn't see it yesterday, October, January, February. We gave back 12,000 so far. We made 1,800 or 18,000, but we gave back 12,000. And in January, we only gave back 8,000. And then today, I think I gave back around 4,000. So this is going to go towards 16. So it's been a very shaky month for me so far. You know, we're making good money, but it's like not clean like it usually is. So yeah, February's been pretty entertaining, I guess you can say. OCO. What do you mean by OCO? You know, over the counter, like OTC? I'm not totally sure if I get your question, Candy. I don't like day trading large caps though, or mid caps really. As you can see with ACIC, it just wasn't, you know, didn't get that fall through. And you don't have moves like GTEC, you know, where you're getting these, you know, nice, you know, 20% runs in just a matter of minutes. Sometimes much more than that. Like GTEC right here, pre-market, this is where we made all our money on GTEC. I was up, you know, $1,500 and barely did anything. I even missed the big runs, 250% run. You're not going to see that with large caps. That's usually why I don't trade large caps. Plus, you're competing with a lot more people. So with small caps, you know, that's what I day trade. Mid caps and large caps I swing trade, and mostly large caps I'll invest into. So it's a little bit in that order. Keep it simple. Big question here on ACIC. Are we going to have a sell-off? I got stopped out, unfortunately. Well, that's how stops work, at 65. Luckily, looks like I got slightly better execution, but we could see a move back above the 9 EMA. We'll see how it works. Down 200 on the ACIC. Cody's Corey's focused on TTNP. Let's check it out. Titan Pharmaceutical definitely has room to run till 5. Nice pullback here, potentially good volume. Yeah, Corey, great find. Kind of a new gapper. Lighter volume. It's a bit slower the way it moves, so you'd want to use potentially bigger size. See if we can get a small fill here at 44. Nope. Have a catalyst. 10 million shares outstanding, 45 million market cap. Yeah, this thing definitely fits our criteria. Not to mention, it has upside, really good upside potential. Good call. Long there at 43. Smaller size, first time trading this ticker, so usually use smaller size on that one. Looking for continuation. We have room to run, I would argue, till 5, which is kind of close, so I wouldn't probably give this one crazy opportunities. ACIC popped back above 18, so we would have actually been green on that one, or almost green on that. Sell volume is a little bit high here. It's going to be possible another push here. Yeah, it's really crazy how we're not getting fall through on so many tickers lately. This could be the push right now. Let's see what we see here. Can we see a move to 45? No. Oh, wow. I even tried to close that one out, but I didn't get it. All right, we're closing out here at 35. About $100 loss on that one. That is what it is. Yeah, you know what? I try to take profits there on this one. Or not take profits. Actually, yeah, I tried to take profits here. We were up like 60%. I tried to have my sell order ready to go, but we didn't get it. Bit unfortunate. We've been seeing this kind of a lot today, where once the market opened, we didn't get continuation. All the best moves, again, were pre-market. It really seems to be the trend in the last 2 months or so, really picking up here. So kind of annoying giving back another $200. Really unnecessary, but you don't make money by not trading. But at the same time, you know, was that a great setup? I don't know. It wasn't an amazing setup, so I took small size on it, but there was opportunity. I don't regret it. Now it's back up here at 42. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting shaken around here today. Ugh, gross. So we're down right now, 568. You know, we're not near our max loss, so it's not bad. We could keep trading, but we're just not getting it. Everyone got their taxes catalyst. Yeah, Jonathan said the same thing. Volume a bit lighter than I like on TTNP. That was my concern. So I tried to close it early, but I thought we were going to get at least half a push, but we didn't get anything. The order template, is that where it closes open and then there's a linked order where it closes, Chris? I don't know. I don't use trade templates. I tried it. I trip over myself with them. It's a good idea if you're swing trading and you want to automate a lot of the stuff, but for day trading, especially something like GTEC, it's going to get in your way for sure. I think. I don't know. Might work for you, but for me it doesn't. Yeah, unfortunately we stopped out pretty much near the low on it, but why hydrogen stocks are down? No, not necessarily. I haven't been following up on hydrogen stocks. CCIV was amazing. I sold CCIV way too soon. I thought we were going to see a little bit more disaster on that, but wow. That one really did good. No, check out the FAQs in the video description below. Tons of information there. Like a patient monk. That's me with a lot of my other ones. I actually don't know a lot about this ticker. I'll have to do my research on it. I'll put it here to the list. Yeah, Corey, probably best to wrap it up on a small red day. Same here. I'm at like a medium red day. Like small red day would be like 300. Now I'm almost at 600. It's definitely a bit more of like a proper red day. ACIC really getting dumped right now. Could be great trade actually. I might go for one more on this one. We have huge support right under 17, so I'm going to watch how it breaks 17 here. No, it actually might not break 17. If it doesn't break 17, I probably won't trade it. Small size on ACIC. Full size on ACIC. Keep an eye on the SP. Yeah, what I like about, well, okay, it hasn't really bumped yet into reversal mode, but I'm looking at this one for some sort of correlation. This was a really strong sell-off on ACIC. I don't feel like there's anything that warrants this sell-off, but with mid caps, it's always a bit of a tough one. But yeah, so let's see how we can go about this. Looking good so far. SPY is still selling off. Do you want to kind of watch it? Put it on my main screen actually. I was just accumulating this one. Obviously, this is a swing trade. Not this position, but ACIC is one of my favorite swing trades at the moment. So that's kind of a big reason I was looking to accumulate just this tiny bit here for a little bit of a continuation. I'm looking for ideally a move here above 17.10. Not sure why I'm not getting closed out. Closed out there at 09. Not exactly the best spot, but I got it. Tiny, tiny, tiny trade. SPY is having its bounce. Could be velocity. It's never like a perfect thing. But yeah, I mean, for 5-minute red candles. I mean, it happens quite frequently. I mean, maybe once it starts getting to like 6, then you're like, okay, well, and then boom, 7 or 8, then you're like, oof, this is really sketchy. But nice move there on SPY. Long size here, ACIC again. Under 17, looking for a ideal continuation back above the 9 EMA. Smaller size so far. Yeah, still selling off though. Technically, we really need to be breaking back above 17 for this to be some quality here. So I was buying that retest towards the floor. I was thinking this is a failed break to the downside, but we'll see what happens. I'm definitely gonna have to watch this one very closely. There would be a 5-minute setup here if we break back above 17 on the 5-minute and ideally above 1720. Don't really want to be hanging out on this one otherwise. I'm actually going to close this one out. I just feel like it's a little bit unreliable. I don't know. I haven't had the best trading today, so I'd rather trade quality setups, and this isn't really the best setup. Yeah, I did sell just right now a little bit too early, but that's fine. It's a bit of a mid cap here, so it's not my bread and butter setup, not my bread and butter stock, so I'd rather just kind of take profits where I can. GTEC, so this is what we're talking about. If we broke 20 on GTEC, this thing would most likely just keep selling off here, and that's basically what's been going on. Maybe it's going to have a great bottom bounce at one point, but at the moment it's just really not looking too hot. Okay, so we're getting closer to just about a small red day here. We've had a lot of our stocks sell off drastically. We were up quite a bit actually for a short period of time. We went from 4,000 open P&L on our swing trades to now almost 5,000. Actually 5,000. We hit 5,000 for a second, and then crazy how these swing portfolios go sometimes, huh? I honestly don't get why people were long GME, besides maybe day traders trading momentum, but like that was such a roller coaster. I couldn't even get long it myself. I just couldn't, as a day trader, I couldn't, I don't know, it was not for me. The chance of, your broker not letting you trade it, unnecessarily halts. I mean, there's so many things that could have went wrong that just felt like a bad idea. CAPA actually making a huge move here. What has this ticker been halted all day? What the heck? Oh my god, it was literally halted since the open for till 10:30. Really, Whitney? On this one, this was nasty. Was that part of your profits or that sounds, sorry to hear. It's stressful. Yeah, okay, so holding ACIC, now it's at 1750. That actually would have worked pretty well. But I like the fact that it's back in play. Before it was selling off and it didn't look like it was in place, so this could be back at it. Unfortunately, we're actually red on ACIC, which is not great. GTEC, my best ticker. Unfortunately, we gave back some decent profits right there at the end. Arben's wondering if he should hold GTEC. Let's see here if we can figure that out. Problem with GTEC that I have is there's no support until about 10, right? Because we're at all-time highs. We have sold off now since the all-time highs here are roughly at 27, around 40%. So right now, that's a big sell-off. Right now, there's huge, this is the last main area of support. Roughly here at 16. What I would be waiting for is maybe a bit of a bounce here. It might be, most likely it's going to be a dead cat bounce. Sometimes you get a 10% move off the lows before it continues its move to the downside. What we do know is there's a big floor right here that we broke. So there's going to be huge resistance right around 18. If you're lucky, I think you could probably get out on 18, walk away. There's obviously the chance that it breaks above 18, but I think if I was long GTEC at this moment, I would probably hold a little bit longer before I cut my losses. But ultimately, I would be cutting losses here. I wouldn't be looking for a new high of day or something like that. You're not the only one, I think, that's in the hole with GTEC. So just you always want to remember that. It's going to be a lot of people. Man, what is up with ACIC? Just a perfect... Man, I'm upset with myself. I sold ACIC way too soon. I literally sold it on the perfect rally back above the 9 EMA. I haven't been trading 9 EMA breakouts lately though, so it's not one of those patterns that I was really looking for. It's going to find some support around 17.5. From there. I mean, here's that attempt right here. I don't even know if it's going to break 18, but let's see. ACIC pulling back right now. I don't think it's going to be very clean. Here's the sell-off on GTEC. I just went long ACIC, guys. Ooh. I accidentally just went long way too big size here. That was a accident, to say the least. This was a disaster here on my end. I would actually be averaging down right now, but I accidentally went in with twice the size I wanted to, so this is really a bit of a disaster. Watching. Try to close that one just quickly. Yeah, this is not good. Watching. Luckily, this is a very slow mover here, and this is actually a very good spot for a buy. Unfortunately, I can't be averaging down right now. This is really tying me up very aggressively. This is really unnecessary here. Let's go to the SPY. SPY is having a good bounce here. That's good to see that. This could sell off past 17. Bouncing a bit here. Let's see. Back above 10. Good momentum here, back to the upside, looking for that retest of the 90 EMA. Breaking 13. All is technically fine. All is good. This is a bit unfortunate here. I'm just gonna have to be very patient. Don't like the fact that the selling volume did spike up just a little bit there. Definitely. Nice buyers going in there. There is that chance that 17 is going to crack here. It's definitely going to be getting chipped. There's definitely support here. It's coming. But, you know, mid caps, they're just shaky, so anything could happen. I'm just kind of watching it here. Struggling a little bit. Yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting here for a possible break at 17. It has been holding pretty well. Yeah, there it goes right away. Spoke for a second too soon. Need this to move back above 17 real quick. Otherwise, we are out. What I should have done on this one is close my position right away when I realized I went with accidentally too big size, because that's really what this was. This was an accident. I wanted to average down, and then I no longer had the ability to average down because I was full, not even full size. I was way too big size. That was more or less the tragedy, right, that struck. This was what I'm hoping for right now, the potential fake out move. Oh man, this is just so shaky. Yeah, I mean, this really sucked. That is what it is. It was a big mistake and something that I have to figure out how to avoid these situations in the past, in the future. Really what I probably did today more than anything was just overtrade. It's 1047. I figured that since I'm trading a mid cap here, things are a little bit different, but go figure, it was actually my biggest loser. So we're giving back a lot of the profit that we made yesterday, which is always a bit of a bummer. But yeah, we can't really do anything about that. At least we're still very green on the month, very green on the week. This was just one of those total accidents. Man, I gave back, I think, around $5,000 today. I was up a lot, I was down a lot, I was up a lot, I was down a lot. We're just going to end probably the day being down. Why is it moving so slow? Man, this is why I don't trade mid-caps usually, because they're freaking snoozers. It's just such a boring stock. It's ridiculous. This is ACIC is a really good swing trade. I really like how it's performing. But for, day trading, we took a few stabs at it. I was somehow always on the wrong side. And now we're really, taking our... This is most likely going to break here. The worst part is I'm fairly certain that this is a phenomenal double bottom. We're going to have a huge move back to the upside, but I'm kind of risking such a big size on total accident. I would have loved to be averaging down this whole time. So it's really the execution here on my end was really the big problem that stopped me out right there, that move. I didn't get stopped out, actually. I'm still long in. Oh my god. Oh, I should have been stopped out right there. Let's see. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yowzers. Well, there we go, guys. Lesson we learned today. Is now I'm just clicking random buttons on total accident. This is a huge loss we're having today. Freak. What a total disaster. Today should have just been a small loss. I was down 300. I was ready to walk away. Now we're having a 2K loss here. Freak. Oh, why didn't I get out just now? Ah, what? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh. I literally just had the biggest keyboard mishap of my trading career. Let's just watch this one. Every time I touch the freaking order book, something bad happens. This is selling off. I feel like there's just people watching this stream that are just dumping right now. Just for fun. I don't know. Let me... CPAP is actually having a really good move right now. We're down $2.3 thousand. Biggest red day of my small cap day trading career. Not my biggest red day in general, just, you know, what we're seeing here. I don't get the sell-off. There's no news, but hey, this is why I don't trade mid-cap. So today was a good reminder of why I don't do certain things, and we could go through that when we get out of this trade, which I'm hoping is going to be any second. Swing trading would actually be buying this right now. I think that's a big problem, because in my mind, I know this is a good stock. In my mind, I know I would actually be going long this one. In my mind, I'm actually long it swing trading. So I'm just thinking, why is it selling off? You know, everything makes sense about this ticker, but you know, I think that's the big problem. I was mixing up a little bit with day trading and swing trading. It's just a freak accident there. Oh, that was a total disaster. And then I was somehow too stubborn to close my trade. And I'm still too stubborn to close my trade. And, you know, I made it. I'm not even down that much. I just went in with $50,000 instead of $10,000. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just quickly close out the $40,000. But the price kept going down, and I kept on basically chasing out of it, just moving my position lower and lower. This was such an accident, and it's really all my fault. I'm not blaming the market. I'm not blaming anything. This is just bad trading, bad execution, bad a lot of stuff on my end. All right, we're officially out of this one. Well, that was silly. That was silly of me. Okay, well, it's not even my biggest red day, so it's not that bad. It's whatever. What's bad is how horrible I treated this. And you know what? I guarantee you, from here on out, ACIC is going to have a great climb. It's already having its first big green candle after a 5-minute hammer candle. This is actually a buy indicator. Oh, this is why I don't trade mid caps. Mid caps play with my mind. Small caps, I'm in and out, and I'm done. Mid caps, you just have these freak moves that I love for swing trade entries, but day trading gets me almost every time. Yeah, now it's back up to 17. Yeah, wow. I just got really thrown around there. That was amateur hour in the seat. Oh well, it is what it is. No way, Michael. No way. This is a day trading portfolio. This is not a swing trading portfolio. I never let a day trade turn into a swing trade ever. That is like more than a rule number one. That's just like, it's not even something you debate. It is just, it's like a laws of nature. Oh well, it is what it is, guys. We're down 1900 here. I think the worst part about this is I was just about to walk away with a $300-400 loss. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. And I took a small trade on ACIC, which turned into a massive trade and disaster on pure bad trading, execution, clicking buttons I shouldn't be clicking. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Can't really complain. I won't be really too stressed about this. Still up for the week. Yeah, Brian. It happens to everybody, for sure. What's been a big problem with me lately is this month it's been happening to me irregularly, like a lot. So yeah, now we're going to be back down here to only 4,000 profits for the month. It's been a really bad kind of stressful month for me. I don't know why I've been so shaky this month. I have no idea. Last month, my total losses were about $8,500. It's only the 18th, and I'm way beyond that. So what's also really horrible is I broke my max stop twice. My max stop is $1,000 roughly right now, more like $800, and that's really bad that I've gone past my max stop now twice. That's horrible. I am swing trading ACIC in case anyone's wondering. It seems like there's like a lot of confusion in the chat room right now. I'm long ACIC as a swing trade. We're up almost $900 on ACIC as a swing trade. You can see it here. But I really like the overall setup here. I thought we were going to be going to the 20 soon. I thought this was a bit of a channel forming here. And my goal was to get that continuation into the 20s, right? I traded a few times here as potential reversal territory. I traded one more dip trade here, but this one is the one I accidentally went in with instead of $10,000, $50,000. It would have been a small loss, but it just, was a big loss because of the size. Yeah, I don't know. There's really not much more to say. And I never let a day trade turn into a swing trade. So I have two different portfolios. One is for swing trading, one's for day trading. So I'm not going to mix the two up. Although I am long ACIC as a swing trade. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Yeah, Constantine, I think you're absolutely right. Constantine saying my position size is higher than usual. Totally true. I usually, I'm trying to get into the $10,000 average position size. I've been trading pre-market sometimes with $20,000 to help it get there. So bigger position size makes you a little bit more nervous. So I need to kind of calm down a little bit with my position size, or not. I just gotta get used to it. I think a lot of it is just getting used to it. So there's definitely that. I traded too long today, for sure. I usually wrap up at 10:30, and yeah, I definitely pushed it too hard. I tried to make back my losses. I was only down $400, and I tried to get back in the green, and boom, here I go. Giving back almost 2,000 in one trade. So yeah. Yep, Brian. We do. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I try. I try to do what I can. Man, that was a real shamble. The other trade that I want to really quickly go over with you guys, there is one thing I oftentimes don't do, and that's I don't trade new gappers until they start having a bit of a pattern in holding their highs, and they've proven to hold their highs. I broke that rule today. It's not really a rule, but I should make it a rule. Actually, I think I will make it a rule. QUIK. I already hate the ticker. It's like impossible for me to spell because I keep thinking about QUIK. So this is an example of a trade here that I usually wouldn't do. Yes, it's a pullback trade, and I was up 400 on this one, but this ticker has yet to hold any highs. It has yet to prove that it could hold it high. So I usually don't ever trade a new ticker that hasn't proven to hold its high. So if this ticker, bounced here back to 16, maybe consolidated here a little bit, maybe it was getting ready for a breakout and then had that move up to the upside, that's something I would trade because it has proven to hold its highs. It held above VWAP. I don't know why, but today I'm over here freaking swinging for the fences and decided to just trade it without having it hold its highs. So I think ever since I did that and I gave back profits there, I think that probably switched something on in my brain where I started doing a lot of revenge trading. That's around the same time I gave back all my profits on GTEC, which was, we were up a lot on GTEC today. I think that was the start of a slippery road. So I don't know. I think if there's anything to take away today is wait for the best setups and don't trade the rest and be patient. And when you're done with trading, you're done with trading. Today I just kept on going for no reason. So I'll write quick stock. I broke a rule which is don't trade a ticker that has yet to prove it can hold its highs. So what I'm going to do here, and I've started doing now for a bit, is there's a lot of things that are called out during the chat or things we talk about, and I just want to, for every week, I'm just going to keep all the notes here. For example, Jeff mentioned his discount here for the artwork, the 420 artwork, so I kind of note that here so I don't forget. A lot of tickers that were being called out, especially SPACs and possible swing trades, and then some rules or some new ideas and whatnot. Just a little reminder. ACIC is totally coming back. This is so painful. ACIC should have been a green trade because I was pretty much planning to average down in this whole area here, and then probably my last entry would have been somewhere below 1680 just because would have been a double bottom. I would have probably tried to buy the flush here and then see what happens from there. And yeah, this would have probably, our average would probably be below 17, maybe even at 17 or slightly above it. Either way, if I just didn't do the accidental full, like triple, quadruple size, this would have been a green trade. So, you know, I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. It makes me feel good because, you know, technically my strategy is good, but, you know, it makes me feel a little bit silly because just how poorly I executed it, which, yeah, I don't know, it's a thing. Thanks for the coffee. Thanks for the $4, Constantine. I do appreciate that. I'm trying to think here where I went so wrong today, but I think I know, and I think it's pretty much me just trading too long. Brian, I like that. Brian says, don't trade a ticker you can't spell. And I still cannot spell QUIK. I wanted to say it wrong again. QUIK. Love that. That's hilarious. No, I don't use DMI indicator with ADX. I'm actually not even sure what that is. Yeah, Michael, there's a good idea. What's the best time to start day trading as investor? That doesn't make any sense, Danny. Investors, you don't day trade. Investors hold long term, ideally over a year for long-term capital gains, right? That's the point of being an investor. So what's the best time to start day trading as an investor? Doesn't really make sense. Thanks, Fraz. Appreciate that. VWAP says, too much sledding. You stayed so calm. Yeah, that might be the problem too. All right, Jonathan, take care. Yeah, Dennis, that's probably a really good observation. Dennis saying trading too long isn't necessarily the problem, but taking too many trades. That's actually a really good point, and that's something I noticed for February when I stopped doing the dip buys, that actually my trading improved because there wasn't as many opportunities since I said I'm not allowed to do dip trades till the 17th, which was yesterday. So basically, when we had nice moves to the upside, I would be trading, and then the moves would be over and I wouldn't do any more trading. I wouldn't do any backside trading. And because of that, I traded less. I traded for the same amount of time, but I traded less. I did less trades, and that actually, I think that really, really helped. That really did good stuff. Thanks, Bob. Me too. Yeah, Jason, any day after the long holiday for sure, because Tuesday was on fire, huh? I stopped buying dip trades, not permanently, but for 2 weeks, and I can do it again. Actually, as of yesterday, I can do it because I started having all my big losses coming in from dip buying backside moves. So I basically said for 2 weeks, I'm not going to do that anymore. No, it wasn't a hotkey issue, Dem. I think it was actually partially a TOS issue because I didn't even see that I had limit orders. I don't know. I'm going to have to rewatch it on playback. But all of a sudden, I was filled way more than I thought I was filled. So there was definitely a platform potential issue there. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm just happy we actually ended the day not below $2,000. That was quite tragic. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate for hitting the like button. And don't forget, guys, to drop the like button. It's easiest way to support the channel. I really do appreciate that. PSTH. I have it written down. I don't know much about this ticker. I need to do my due diligence on it. I can't really comment on it right now. It looks like a SPAC. But yeah, I'll look into this one and hopefully be able to give a bit more of a comment. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Interesting day for sure. We're down $1,900. It is what it is. Luckily, I think our swing trades overall are doing really good, so I'm pretty happy about our swing trades. The market is fairly red today, and we were up almost $1,000 more on our swing trade portfolio. So hopefully, maybe around this time, around noon, and then going into power hour, we're gonna have a nice change in momentum. Hopefully our tickers are done selling off, and it's gonna be a nice little push back to the upside. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, the opposite could happen as well. So you never know. I think for our swing trade portfolio, I'm pretty happy overall with it. Clove looks like a great buy actually in this area, and IPOE, this is very nice looking. Great move on QS, the one that I'm not long. VIH, yeah, you can see this one's really struggled there, huh? Also gave back a lot, so we'll see here. Power hour is 3 to 4. It's the last hour of the market open. Can I start day trading with $100? Yeah, for sure. Because there's no commissions anymore, so at least in the US, so it's easy to do. Happy to hear, Paul. So it's the Bill Ackman SPAC. All right, Pablo, I will definitely do my homework on it so I know more about it for next time. All right, guys, I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, don't overtrade, and if you're down, past your stop loss, just past your max stop, just wrap up trading. Yep, that's true, Jeff. Danny, check out the video on my channel homepage. We go through exactly how to do a small account challenge and what I did. And it definitely worked. It just takes a little bit of time. Peace out, guys. Ciao, ciao. Wrong button.